It's your girl, Chatty Cathy. Make sure to like, comment, follow, and subscribe, and give me a follow on Facebook at Chatty Cathy. Let's get into Willsmith because Chris Rock dropped his Netflix special not too long ago, in which he certainly got his lick back. But Willsmith, age 54, decided to end his career. And that's exactly what happened. He ended his career. He made a choice with the infamous slap heard around the world at the Oscars. And let's face it, this was Hollywood's golden boy. He kept them coming. 7 Pounds is still one of my favorite movies, and I'm up in the air about that because I can't not credit that that's a great movie. He had the Bad Boys franchise, the Men in Black franchise. I mean, and it just kept going. This was, in fact, Hollywood's golden boy. Willsmith was a blockbuster phenomenon, except for his recent film, Emancipation, which kind of, skydove. Cost $120 million to make that, by the way. I feel sorry for all the people that was involved with that project because they suffered at the expense of Mr. Smith, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Now, as we remember, Janet was very vocal over the years regarding Will Smith's behavior on the show and his treatment of her over the years. We all remember that one day when we turned on the television and we saw a light-skinned Aunt Viv and said, wait a minute now. Now, we were just supposed to act like that didn't happen, but that's exactly what happened. Aunt Viv was out and she was vocal over the years, and I love Janet. Sorry. Anyone that can speak their truth, granted, she was labeled as crazy because keep in mind, this was Hollywood's golden boy, but she was labeled as crazy until Will showed his crazy with that infamous smack because only someone crazy would behave like that. I often wonder to this day, what was he doing? What was he drinking? What did he have? Did he have some mushrooms in the jungles of Lake Minnetonka? Because, you know, they travel. What happened that made you decide, this is the night that I'm going to ruin my career? He stole magical moments from so many at that night because his actions forever altered that night. I couldn't even tell you who else won other awards because of Will Smith. The movie King Richard was phenomenal. But that, so sad for Venus and Serena, but that was overshadowed because of his actions. And then what made it even worse is not only did he do it, he sat down, yelled at him to keep his wife's fucking name out your mouth. Jada laughed at this moment and even celebrated with her husband with the viral photo of which she put her forehead on his forehead. And then on top of which they went out afterwards to celebrate and go party. Literally go party. During his speech, he had ample opportunity to address his behavior. He chose not to. There was ample opportunity to remove him from the ceremony. They chose not to. There was ample opportunity for him after the award show at the parties for him to speak and apologize. He chose not to. These are choices. And one thing that people don't understand or what they missed in his memoir, and he even reads this, Google it yourself. He states that his father, who was absent and abusive to his mother, when he was perishing, Will cared for him. And there was a moment in which Will thought, if I push him down the steps, no one would believe I did this. And I said, woo, woo, cuckoo, because no one in their right mind would think, let me unalive my father and push him down the steps. That was a red flag to me, but everyone seems to overlook that in the memoir, or overlook it when he even said it himself. But there's always calm before the storms. And this calm has been brewing a long time because guess what? He married Jada Pinkett Smith. And this woman has gone on to the red table talk in which she has been a self-proclaimed healing guru. But the reality is Jada is damaged. She's damaged. She's admitted that she had a problem with drinking. She admitted that she had a problem with pills. Her son, even after the incident, went on to say that's how we do it. You had the likes of people like O.J. Simpson stating that that was wrong. And if O.J. Simpson tells you that something is wrong, you need Jesus. But this is all a reflection of their parenting and what's actually going on in that household. One, what would make your child think that it's okay to state that? That shows privilege, that shows arrogance, and that shows that that red table of lies you're not actually utilizing in your own household. Your children are eclectic and seem a bit disconnected from reality, as do you. And when you pair two people together that are damaged and haven't done the work, it is catastrophic. To this day, whenever someone mentions the name Tupac Shakur, Jada Pinkett breaks down in tears. So it's no secret that this was the love of her life. Period. That's what it is. She said that. And Will has always had this stigma surrounding him, into which he felt that he wasn't cool enough and had to prove himself. He's gone on to state that. Google it. I don't make this stuff up, but he's gone on to state that. So that squeaky image has been kind of suppressed and bottled up inside until it just trickles over. And if that wasn't enough, he then marries a woman that befriends an artist, August Alsina, who was extremely sexy in my opinion. She goes on to befriend this man because he collapsed on stage and he has a problem with substance abuse. And Jada says, oh my gosh, I have to help this person. No, honey, you wanted to help yourself to those inches because there's plenty of other celebrities that had issues with substance abuses that you did not reach out to. And then you go on your red toxic table to discuss this with your husband. And no one else paid attention, and which he stated in that interview with him and his wife, in which he was talking about fucking another man. He goes on to say, I'm going to get you back for this one. No one pays attention to little things, but it's just toxic to me. This woman brought a man around that was friends with her son and then paraded this relationship around. She originally tried to deny it, but when she couldn't deny it any longer, that's when it's, oh my goodness, let's go to the red toxic table and talk about this. But she originally denied it. You used an opportunity to truly help someone to help yourself, because what you needed was some sexual healing. And that's what you got. You got inches. You got a young boy that was full of energy that probably tore your ass out the frame. I'm here for that. However, don't be married while you're doing it, because I'm sure he gave you that work. The smile on her face said it all every time that she was around this person. She truly had a love affair, but she camouflaged that through healing and lied about it. And this person you brought around your family. This person was around your child. This person was a friend of your child. Of all people. You could have chose anybody else, but you chose to have someone around your family. That slap, what people fail to realize, that slap wasn't intended for Chris. That wasn't for Chris. That was years of pent-up frustration of you being the laughing stock. Your wife has embarrassed you, Willsmith, for years. She tarnished your image. She did that. The red table talk revealed more than I cared to know. And it was a group chat that I didn't ask to be invited in, nor did the rest of the world. But what it did was it opened up the door to show exactly what's going on in your household. That slap wasn't for Chris. That slap was for years of you being laughed at. That slap was for years of you having this corny image, and you wanted to prove that you're the cool boy from Philly. Granted, Summertime will forever be a classic. Just saying. I know it's summer when that song comes on the radio, but your slap even altered that, because I wasn't able to listen to it that summer because they weren't playing your music. Will and Jada seems to be that they have some choices and decisions to make. Her silence has spoken volumes during this. Maybe they need to trade that red table in for a real licensed therapist and really get it together before someone else gets slapped. Make sure to like, comment, follow, and subscribe. You guys are amazing. Also, give me a follow on Facebook at Chatty Cathy. Until next time, don't go slapping people. Just saying.